Hey guys, Wet Movie 1 back here again, and it's time to go hoard up. I'm about to go head on out right now to find out what good new movies come out today, because I'm not really quite sure what movies are being released today. I'm just going to be heading on out, trying to find out some good ones, maybe come up with some good deals, so come along with me, and let's see what I can capture today. Alright guys, I finally came to my first location here. Haven't been here in a couple of months now, and that is Video Depot over here. It's a little family-owned video store. I think it might be like a little chain one. They have a couple of movies in there for sale. I haven't been here for a while, so I'm going to go in there and see what kind of goodies I can find. Alright guys, in Video Depot now, just taking a look at their new release section that they have here. I've been in here a handful of times before. It kind of reminds me of this old video store I used to go to called Video Plus back in the day. This has like the old school vibe to it, and I was kind of wrong about what they had in the front there. I thought it was VHS. They used to have VHS in the front, but I guess they sold out of a lot of them. They have like a little handful of them, you know, in the store still, but yeah, it was just DVDs for sale up in front. I'm just taking a look and seeing what they got in here. Big horror section. And wow guys, this is kind of cool. I haven't seen these ones in a store in a while. The Sorority House Massacre movies. So yeah, they have like 1 and 2 in here. That's kind of cool. How often do you see those in, you know, rental stores these days? And actually guys, I was wrong. They got rid of all their VHSs they had out here. They're all DVDs now. They're all the $5 special out here. It looks kind of cool, some of the titles that they have in here. I still need to see Neke'em and stuff like that, but I'm gonna look around out here and see what other like ones they have. This one always looks kind of interesting to me, but I don't know if it's one of those ones I want to buy, if you know what I'm saying. But you know, just like a couple of old school racks out here. Some of them are newer-ish kind of titles. Like the Hitchcock one's been out just for a little while. That's a high recommendation from me to you if you guys have never seen it. Great movie. But I don't know, I'm not really seeing much over here. Just have to come and check every once in a while. So let's go off to the next location, guys. Alright guys, I arrived to my next location here. It's this cool little seafood market, this little Asian market. So I'm gonna go in there and see what kind of weird stuff they have in there. Alright guys, I'm in the market now. And just looking around to see what kind of, you know, cool stuff they have here. Because I've never been into one before. And check this out. Fish a la carte. You can just come here and just shop for any kind of fish, and you know, if you want a fish, you can just pick one up and go seafood crazy, baby. Ooh. Ugh, now my hand's all slimy and shit. What the hell kind of fish are these? There's like the big papa ones, and then there's like these little ones. Like what kind of, I don't know. And what are these ones like? Are these ones on their period or something? Alright guys, I'm still in the seafood market right now. Look what they sell here. Beef blood. You can just buy a big old pack here of just blood. Like, do people eat this or drink this for like delicacy or something? Like, who the hell just buys beef blood? They must have, because there's like a whole bunch of it here. But they also have one of my favorite things ever, that chicken gizzard. Good old chicken gizzard, 96 cents a pound. Well guys, this place was interesting. Let's head off to check out some movies, baby. Let's do it. Alright guys, I arrived at Fry's. Oh yeah, baby. Let's go inside. Alright guys, let's take a look at Fry's movie section here. It looks like it's, you know, a lot of the same old deals from previous weeks. Like you get Bridget Jones's Diary for $6 and Bruce Almighty on Blu-ray for $6. And there's like one back here that's like opened, and it, like, you know, the wrappings off of it and stuff. It's really kind of strange. Like, who buys, you know, Blu-rays in a store that's already opened and stuff? Like things like this, if they're open, the people usually steal them and things, but it's really kind of strange. At least I have one that's wrapped up here, but I'm not really seeing, you know, much of anything different or on sale this week that really blows me away. I found 2 things in here right when I walked in. I might get one of them just for the hell of it, but I don't know, man. I always have high hopes for Fry's when I'm in here, but man, it's really kind of disappointing these days for some reason. Alright guys, not really seeing a whole hell of a lot over here at Fry's, so I'm just gonna pick up a water and these 2 movies that I found over here for some cheap prices. My hands, or at least my hand, is still feeling kind of sticky from that fish. I should probably go to the bathroom and wash it or something, but whatever. Alright, I arrived to the beast. Let's head on in. Oh yeah. Alright guys, I'm all up in Best Buy right now. They have a lot of empty spaces over here, but they have like, you know, the pre-orders for 50 Shades of Grey Steelbook that they're going to have here. And they also have the Mad Max Blu-ray here that Shout Factory put out for $12.99. I think Shout Factory has been getting a lot of their movies in Best Buy in stores. Like the first one I seen was, what's it called, the Babadook that Best Buy had. Now they have the Mad Max one. That'd be kind of cool if Best Buy starts selling, you know, the Scream Factory stuff in here. You know what I mean? Like the sleepaway camps and all that other stuff that's coming up. Hopefully Best Buy does that. That'd be really kind of cool because you don't really see a lot of the Scream Factory stuff in a lot of stores these days. But let's go around here, see if we see anything else. They have the black and white, or black or white Blu-ray here, which I kind of really want to see, but I don't know if I want to spend $19.99 on it. You know what I mean? It looks like it could be kind of interesting with Octavia Spencer and you know, Kevin Costner and stuff like that. Selma also came out today. And well guys, I almost forgot, the Pyramid came out today, which I'll have a review of this weekend in my Blu-ray DVD update. Really kind of an interesting kind of movie. And Black Sea came out, and also this one right here, WrestleMania 31 on Blu-ray. I forgot this was coming out today, and you know me, I always collect these wrestling ones, and might as well jump up on this. But guys, Best Buy also has a stand in front over there, and right when you walk in. Can't really get much video over there, but they have like a stand for a lot of like Fox TV season sets. For like, you buy 3, you get 25% off, and a lot of them are like $17.99 and $12.99. So make sure you hit up your local Best Buy and check that out. All right, guys, out of Best Buy, got some hoardings, baby. Oh yeah, let's go on home, and I'll show you guys what I hoarded up on. Alright guys, I'm back home now from hoarding up, about to show you my loot here, plus some other DVDs and Blu-rays I got over the last week or so. But let's show you what I picked up today first. I went on over to Fry's, and I saw a Blu-ray there, of a movie that I don't think I've ever seen, but I've seen the first one, and the third one I believe it was, or number 4, but I've never seen number 2, and they had it on sale today for $8.99, and that is a Lake Placid 2, and I'm just like, it's probably, you know, horrible acting and all that stupid stuff, but I always like the other ones that I've seen, so it can't be that bad, you know what I mean? I picked this one up. It has Lloyd Kaufman on the cover here. I'm like, oh, alright. And plus it was only $2. And I'm like, this looks like some good cheesy fun, and it's called Stripperland here on DVD. I don't know, man, like, Stripperland, it sounds like good fun cheese, and for $2, I couldn't pass it up. It also stars like Linnea Quigley and stuff like that from Return of the Living Dead, so I grabbed it for $2. And then I went on over to Best Buy, and I hoarded on things I didn't even know I was going to hoard on today, because one of them I didn't even know was out yet. It's called WrestleMania 31 here on Blu-ray. I forgot it was coming out, you know, this week, and had to get up on it. You know, me and my little wrestling collection I have, had to, you know, just get up on it, and so I did. It was cool. And then the other things I got were from that Fox. The Fox bin that they had is like this big display where they have like 20th Century Fox like TV seasons like Sons of Anarchy and like Modern Family. And then I ended up picking up the New Girl Season 1. Here it was $12.99, and New Girl Season 2 over here, $12.99, and Season 3 over here for $12.99. But the thing is, if you buy 2 or more, you get 25% off. So they were like, they came up to like $9 a piece. And at the same time, when I was at Best Buy and rung up my thing, the lady's like, you have $20 in certificates. Would you like to use it today? And I'm like, hell yes. So I got 20%, you know, $20 off that purchase. So I got 3 seasons of a show and WrestleMania 31 all together for like $30 and some change, something like that. So I'm like, I can't pass that up. So that's pretty much all I hoarded up on today. But I also want to show you some other movies I got over the last week or so. And the first one up is from Troma, and that is The Toxic Avenger Part 2 here on Blu-ray. This is awesome, man. This is the new Troma release in the cool new green case. And if you guys have never seen The Toxic Avenger, man, it's just a guy, this nerdy guy named Melvin, that gets dumped into a vat of toxic waste and turns into a superhuman man with, you know, superhuman size and strength, and goes around fighting crime, but yet he's all hideously deformed. But in Part 2, Toxie is, like, you know, going to Tokyo, trying to find his long-lost father, just to try to find him, and going on this, you know, crazy adventure, taking out bad guys, doing what Toxie does best. But the cool thing is about this Blu-ray here, it's a brand new transfer of the film in HD. Looks fantastic here on Blu-ray. And on this one right here, I forgot what it was. I think you get a new director's commentary by Lloyd, and you also get a new intro by Lloyd Kaufman. You know, his famous intros at the end of them when he always goes, "That's watch." You get a new one from Lloyd on here talking about the new Blu-ray and everything. And you also get the DVD version of the film on here, which is also cool because you get all the same special features that you had on other previous editions. And also I got Class of Nuke'em High 2 here on Blu-ray. Always loved the Nuke'em High movies. The Nuke'em High movies is pretty much about a school that's built next to like this nuclear power plant, and the students start getting all deformed and stuff. And in part 2, the students are like getting like weird, you know, like mouths growing on their belly buttons that talk and things. And there's also this like big mutant like rat or something running around the school taking people out and things. I've always really loved it. All trauma movies are real fun cheese. I always get a kick out of them. And on this one right here, you get it's called an interview on here with James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, with Lloyd Kaufman talking to him, just, you know, talking about his, you know, work process and how he started out in trauma and how he became what he is now, you know, making big Hollywood movies. Found that to be really kind of interesting. And on one of these Blu-rays, I forgot if it was this one or the Toxic Avenger one, there's like a special feature on there where Lloyd Kaufman and cast members of Class of Nuke'em High, or Return to Nuke'em High, I'm sorry, go to this like film festival because they get like, you know, nominated for this award, and they're like doing these crazy dances on stage. It's kind of cool. You get a handful of new like special features that you didn't get on previous editions of them. Really dig those Blu-rays. Look really good on in 1080p also. Alright guys, and next up over here from Olive Films is It, The Terror from Beyond Space here on Blu-ray. I remember watching this film back in the day. I think I might have seen this one in school sometime. If you guys have never seen it before, it's about the exploration of these, you know, like astronauts going up into Mars, you know, just to see what's going on up there. But they don't know. Something stowed away on their ship and started taking people out one by one. And they're trying to figure out what's going on or what's stowed away on their ship and all the craziness that ensues from there. This is a film that came out back in like 1958 or the late 50s sometime, and it's just a really fun kind of movie. It kind of reminds me of like Plan 9 from Outer Space a little bit, but like, you know, better production values, better acting and stuff. It's only about an hour long, but I think Olive Films did a good job with the transfer on this, because on Blu-ray, I say it looks fantastic. They really presented the Blu-ray nicely on this one. But that's The Terror from Beyond Space here on Blu-ray. If you guys love weird, like, you know, sci-fi flicks from the 50s, I mean, like monster kind of flicks, because like the monster that's in this movie is like one, it's like, you know, like a dude in a suit, and you can like totally tell it's a dude in a suit. But I enjoyed it anyway. But that's it, The Terror from Beyond Space here on Blu-ray. And next up over here from Alchemy, and it's a sci-fi kind of movie, and it's called Icetastrophe here on DVD. It's about these young, you know, not about this, you know, town in the middle of nowhere. They're like celebrating like a holiday or something. Something's going on in their town, and then until a big old asteroid, you know, crashes down and smacks into their little town and freezes up everything. And there's like this big ice, not storm, but like everything's turning into ice and shattering all over the place, and a handful of people are still alive, and they're trying to figure out how the hell they're going to get out of their town, and how they're going to stay alive without dying from what's going on there, and how they're going to stop this from happening, because they love to live in their town that they've lived at for many years. And you know, that's pretty much the synopsis of the movie. It kind of feels like one of those, like, you know, movies that you would see on the Sci-Fi Channel, or something that, like, you know, the Asylum would make or something like that. Kind of feels like a little bit of like a TV movie. But I kind of thought it was kind of entertaining for what it was. Not amazing, not mind-blowing, but it was pretty decent for the kind of movie it is. And next up over here from Paramount is this cool little set, because I've loved this show ever since I was a kid. And this is called I Love Lucy, the I Heart Mom edition here on DVD. And what the thing is that's cool about this, it's being released, you know, just in time for Mother's Day. As you can tell, you can, like, you know, write your name on there, to Mom from, you know, whoever. And this set here contains 4 episodes of the I Love Lucy show, all revolving around Lucy and her Lucy and her kid, little Ricky, that she had during the course of the show. Like the first episode on here is when Ricky and Lucy find out that they're, that Lucy's pregnant and is going to be having a kid. And the second one is when Lucy's actually having a kid, going to the hospital. And the second, it goes on and on from there. It's kind of cool how it chronicles, Lucy and her being a mother and stuff like that. And I believe in the show, when Lucy had the kid with Desi Arnaz, I believe that was really her kid on the show. Like not some actor. I think it was really her kid, from what I remember. You guys, please correct me down below. But if you guys, looking for like a good little, gift for a mother for Mother's Day that's like $10 or less, check out this I Love Lucy, the I Heart Mom edition here on DVD. Alright guys, and next up from Cinedigm over here is Tanked Season 2 here on DVD. This is a show I always liked watching on Animal Planet. I catch the episodes here and there. It's about these guys named Wayde and Brett. They're like, sort of like, cousins in a way, best friends or in-laws or whatever, and these guys make fish tanks. They specialize in making fish tanks and making some of the biggest custom fish tanks in the world. Like in this show, they go, they take a request from different people at the beginning of each episode. Like on one episode, they make a fish tank out of like a little school bus, and they also make like a big fish tank like out of like a robotic arm for like this dentist office that can like automatically feed the fish and different things like that. But on the set here, you get all the episodes from season 2, all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 episodes of season 2 on the set here. It's definitely one of those shows you just watch and shut your mind off. But I do really enjoy it for what it is. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Storage Wars and Pawn Stars. Like it's one of those kind of like just weird reality shows that you just have fun with. But that's Tanked Season 2 here on DVD. And next up, the last two up here from Mill Creek is this Three Stooges triple feature collections here on Blu-ray. On these sets here, you get Time Out for Rhyme, Rockin' in the Rockies, Have Rocket Will Travel, and like a handful of other ones like the Three Stooges and Hercules, all remastered in in HD here. Really, really cool. These are like the feature films that they made. They all like range from like an hour to an hour and 10 minutes long. And I watched the Have Rocket Will Travel the other day, and it's pretty much the Three Stooges finding out there's a rocket that crashed in their backyard, and just start messing with it, and they get shot up into space, and it's just all the hilarity ensues from there with all the craziness that they do. But I've always loved the Three Stooges, man, and it's really cool that Mill Creek put these out, because Mill Creek, you can get their stuff, and they're like budget releases. You can find them pretty much anywhere from like $10 or less. Really, really decent picture quality on here. Some of them are widescreen, some of them are full frame because that's the way they shot them back in the day. But if you're a Three Stooges fan, these are the ones with Larry, Moe, and Curly Joe here. But I really did dig these sets here for what they are. I always loved the Three Stooges. But that's all I really have to show you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching my Hoarding Up video, and I'll see you guys next time. Hoarders, unite.